Here. What does Anil Kumble have to say on the resumption of cricket? The ICC Cricket Committee chairman spoke at length on how T20 cricket is more feasible in the COVID era, but he warned that organizing an event like IPL over 45 days needs proper planning. Here's an excerpt from Anil Kumble's conversation with our consulting editor, Rajdeep Sardesai.
In a way, Anil, in conclusion, do you believe, therefore, that the game is ready to restart with the same calendar as before? Do you see the IPL happening, the World T20 happening? Or do you believe this has to now be a very, very gradual, carefully thought out process before cricket returns in its full form?
No, I think it'll have to be a balance between the two. You'll have to gradually look at which countries you could start off with. I saw a report where India is looking to travel to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has already started practicing in Sri Lanka. So there is a possibility there. Of course, you'll have to keep monitoring what happens during that time in India and how things pan out. World Cup, I know that they have deferred the decision to another month because you only get one chance to take a call on the World Cup. IPL is a possibility. Again, it all depends on how everything pans out at that point in time. The window, obviously, that IPL will be looking at is if, in case the World Cup gets postponed, that creates a window for India to, excuse me, it allows India to create an IPL format at that point in time. You can't really follow because we've already lost out on some of the scheduled calendar games that we already had. Of course, IPL was April, May in India. That is gone now, and then India was supposed to travel after that, and some of the other teams were supposed to travel as well. So all of that has changed. You will have to start looking at recreating
because I'm just wondering
that works. Yeah.
Because I'm just wondering, is it easy to play a T20 match, which is just played over 3 hours in this COVID era, than a 5-day test match? Whereas you said a player could develop symptoms over 5 days. Is T20 actually an easier format to handle in IPL in COVID times?
No, it is. But then if you're looking at a 45-day tournament, it's a long tournament. So it has other challenges as well. So if you're just coming in, playing one T20 game and then going away, yes, probably that's a good bet to take rather than a test series. But if you're looking at a competition which involves 30, 40, 45 days, wherein you have more than 200 players coming in and being a part of a tournament, so it requires a lot of logistics, and then you need to take care of not just what happens on the field, but what happens around that as well. So it has its own challenges. Our recommendations of banning saliva will affect more in test cricket rather than in a T20 and in a one-day game, because we know that it's a short game and it shouldn't really matter banning saliva, because nobody is actually discussing the banning of saliva in a T20 or a one-day game, because you know that you're not going to get that much affected by it. So yes, T20 could be a easier solution or easier match to handle, because even if God forbid, someone develops some symptoms, it's a lot easier to bring in a player and then get the player out. But having said that, if you're looking at a tournament, then it has its own challenges. So you'll have to consider all of that before you take a decision. So yes, we're all hopeful. We're all hopeful that all these things will get back and we will be able to come back and play cricket. But at least the good thing is, cricket is being started, and West Indies is already in England, and we're hoping that the test match will go through smooth.
Borya Majumdar is still with us.
Hello everyone, this is Anil Kumble here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.